Welcome, guys, aboard the CRT Gamer channel. All right, today we're talking about a game system that was near and dear to my heart. Okay, the Super Nintendo. Hope you guys enjoy. This is my original console from when I was a kid, dude. All right, I'm gonna show you all some footage that I recorded back in the day, you guys. All right, so stay tuned.
So here's a game I had back in the day. Everybody had freaking Street Fighter, dude. See, I had the one with just the 8 characters in it. The first one that came out on home console, I believe. I had that before this one. I always liked that version better, but for some reason I decided to record this one on this particular day. But yeah, dude, I always liked Street Fighter. I grew up with it as a kid. We had it for the Sega Genesis back in the day. We had Special Champion Edition. Even that one came out after the one with just the 8 characters. It had the extra 2 or however many. I think it was 4. It had all 4 bosses on there. You got Balrog, Vega, Sagat, and M. Bison. But the original version only had the 8. I'm sure most of y'all know that. But anyway, this was the game that was the stomping grounds for me, dude, back in the day. All right, at least when I was a kid. Not completely back in the day, all right? We're talking early 2000s, all right? That's when I was playing it, Bo. And now here's a game that I really liked playing with my best friend back in middle school. Very minty game, dude. Sadly, I sold all these, but hey, we're not focusing on diners here, you guys. All right, this game is really cool. If you haven't heard of it, y'all should go out and get it right now. Okay, it's called Time Slip. It's really good. You got a sundial on the beginning of the game, so you know it's going to be legit. Okay, red alert, sir. We're going to be ready for action here any minute now, dude. Okay, after all these loading screens, even though it's a cartridge game, okay, we're going to shoot down everybody. I remember when I first played this game, I played it on a black and white TV, and I imagined the game being very different because everything looked kind of like snowy or something like that. And when I played it on a color TV, I hardly recognized it. I'm like, holy crap, this game is actually really cool. And it's a lot like Contra in a way, but it's definitely its own game. It's got its own upsides. It's got really cool bosses in it. All right, so y'all got to check this out. It's really good. Here's another Capcom game because Street Fighter 2 is not enough, okay? It never is. You always got to have every Capcom game ever made, okay, at any given time, dude. All right? This is one of the games I played the most for the Super Nintendo, even though I didn't get too far in it. For those of you who know, will know, this game is pretty brutal, dude, okay? So buckle up your horses and John up your Johnstons, dude. So get her ready for him, bud, because this game is gonna wreck your life, sideways, diagonal, and all the different in betweens. Okay, so get ready for it, dude. You're gonna be begging for your life with this game. Okay, this is the Super Nintendo we're talking about. We got double jumps, moving terrain, all kind of cool junk. All right, this is one of the better versions of the game, even though it's got a lot of slowdown. The music is legit. Okay, I'm not one to like Super Nintendo music, but this one is very good. Moving right along, this is a game by HAL Laboratories, the creators of Kirby, the round guy. Okay, like sucking stuff in and spitting it out. All right, this is Hyper 1 with a Z in the middle. We're gonna start the game, dude. This is one of those dual non-Super FX chip Mode 7 graphical games, you guys, okay? I don't know how many other ones are out there, but this is like if you chopped F-Zero in half, mirrored the bottom of it, and also you could fly, even though in F-Zero you're already in a fighting ship, but you can't move up and down or shoot anything. Okay, this game basically takes F-Zero, straightens it out. There's no turns in this game as far as I know, but there are different areas where you can like narrow it down and you gotta zoom this way or that. You can figure it out, dude. But this game is pretty dang fun. Alright, there's a lot of flashing lights, so that's good for you. Remember that, okay, unless you're epileptic. Alright, any place where this game is sold, it's automatically the epileptic shack. Okay, that's what they call the game store. Alright, okay, and I have epilepsy as well, so don't judge me for saying that, okay? But I have not had a seizure in 22 years, knock on wood, okay? So anybody out there with seizures, don't play this game. I'm warning you out there, guys. Okay, this is for educational purposes only, not for season, dude. Alright, even though it's in season, because this game is really good, okay, and whatever season it is, it's pretty dang fun. Alright, so y'all go out there and buy it, dude. Alright, there's plenty of projectiles to shoot with your guns. Alright, because you got 2 of them, no, only 1. Alright, that'd be underpowered as shit, and we don't like that, dude. We want to fuck shit up day in and day out till the end of time. Alright, doesn't matter if they're just snowballs flying around, okay? That's the season we're talking about now. We're going into winter eventually, unless you're in the lower hemisphere. Alright, sorry about your luck. Alright, moving on to the next one. Bye. This game is called Doom for the Super Nintendo. Alright, and we're going to play it. Okay. We're going to skip toward the end of the game. Okay. And set it to Nightmare just for fun. Okay, everybody knows what Doom is. I'm going to shut my trap for this one for once so you guys can just suck it all in. Alright, absorb it as much as you can, dude. Here's a game I enjoyed bigly as a kid. Okay, I had a portable Raiden Trad machine in my pocket. All right, it was a big one. It was for playing Super Nintendo games, okay? I'm not going to lie to you from now on for once. All right, this game was really good. All right, it's a 2-player dang blasted game, okay? And you all need to try it, either for this console or for the Genesis. I believe it came out for the Genesis, if I'm not mistaken. But definitely also for the TurboGrafx 16, dude. Alright, I never played Raiden on the TurboGrafx 16, only on the PC Engine. But it's a really good game, dude. It's got all the power-ups you could ever want, dude. Alright, and there's plenty of tanks and helicopters and junk to shoot down. Alright, it's got boss levels, it's got big bombs. Alright, and as the levels progress, it gets more and more interessante. I remember playing this game in a cabin on vacation. We were like going somewhere. I don't freaking remember, but that's all I did on vacation. I just played video games, man. That's about it. Alright, now here's Super R-Type. Now this is a game I really enjoyed as a kid, but now I can't stand because of the music. The samples get me, dude. Okay, they just make me want to cringe and bury my head in the sand, dude. Is that a combination that we can achieve now and today? I guess we'll see, but hey, the graphics on this one are better than the Master System version, I'll give it that, but the music, man, it's like, it's almost as if you took the Nintendo 64 and divided the bits by 4, and then you get this game, dude. So, with the sound as well. I mean, the compression rate, I don't know if that's what it was, or just the fact that it sounds like ass. That might be the reason why I don't like it. But anyways, dude, if you like Super Nintendo music, this might be good for you, but I like Super Nintendo games that don't sound like Super Nintendo games. So here's another game that I had for Super Nintendo and also for the Sega Genesis at one point. This game is called Rampage, I believe. Very similar to the Nintendo version. The name of it, anyway. Everything else is totally different, okay? It's basically like generic Godzilla, okay? But it's actually good. Alright, so nobody murder me in the comments section, okay? It seems like this game should have been online back in the day. Hook it up to your modem, make your telephone go ding, and then you can play on this thing, dude, and explode people's hearts from a distance. Imagine that. Alright, now here's a game that's near and dear to my heart. Okay, this is one of the first Super Nintendo games I ever had. Alright, the only shitty thing about it is you can't skip this intro. So every time I wanted to play it, I had to watch this and read it. No matter whether I wanted to or not, okay? And you can hear me yawning, dude, because it's so long. Alright, I always hated reading as a kid, and I still do. Alright, but we're not Man Baby Gaming here. This is not Mike Mataw. Alright, this is the CRT Gamer channel, okay? So everybody remember that. But no, dude. This game is freaking legit, okay? You can play as 3 different characters, all in one. Okay, it's really good. It's got a lot of variety. It's a little bit slow, okay? The control's a little bit slow, but that's alright. You're like kind of like a mech, so that's excusable. And you can like go around shooting stuff. Alright, and it's kind of like a biomechanical type of feel, almost. But here's your third guy. You all morph into one, but you don't look like a spaceship for the rest of the game for whatever reason. It's just right in the beginning, and then you turn into this cool mech. Alright, after merging with your other 2 companionships, dude. Alright. Okay, well, he hasn't destroyed his arms yet, but there's always time for that later, dude. So yeah, no, this is a game I had from the very beginning of my Super Nintendo journey. Alright, the Super Nintendo was one of the first classic consoles I had back in the day, and I really liked it, dude. I liked this game, and Super Mario World. It was always good, but check this guy out. I don't think I hardly ever use this guy. He's got like a little whip or whatever. It's a little weird because it's like he's using his hairdo to like kill you for whatever reason. So that's always nice. Yeah, I don't even know what that could be. It's just a little weird. So I guess that's probably the reason why I didn't use this character so often. But the other 2 are really cool. There's one called like Pantera or something like that. And you whip out your guitar and you can like squirm around in circles, dude. So yeah, let's pick him. He looks pretty cool. And now we get to like turn into a CD and like spawn around wherever we want to. And then turn back into a 4-legged beast and shoot stuff. So that's some nice variety for you. We got these jellyfish, mechanical jellyfish. They're always good. Alright, biomechanical is good for you, dude. So always enjoy that. Alright, we've also got terrain. This is not all wood or tile or anything like that. Okay, we've got natural stuff in there as well. So that's what makes the bio part involved. All right, we can't duck down there with Pantera. We got to go up and then down and then up and down and figure this shit out, okay? Being a CD, I'm telling you, it has its benefits. But, yeah, we get to fall down very slowly since we are a Panther and all of them do that. All right, I honestly forget. Is there a boss right up here? And then we got these ships that look like fish for whatever reason. I mean, what do you think it is? Darius? What is cool? We got parallax scrolling going on in the background. That's pretty legit. It's not line scrolling this time. It's actually full on parallax. Alright, so make sure you take plenty of constipants to counteract. Okay? So don't forget about it. Alright, we wouldn't want to be losing our lunch from down below. Alright, now this game, I understand it's like the best game ever and it's the greatest game and all that, but I didn't have very much patience as a kid. So I never really got too far in this game. I could definitely see it. I could see how it's definitely one of the coolest games ever made. Alright, now this, I wanted to cheat and make everybody think that I was really far in it, even though I figured at the time probably nobody was going to see it because I was just recording this on VHS. But yeah, I wanted to log into this guy's already made account and pretend like I had 15,000 heart pieces or whatever. But in all reality, all I like to do is like farm for rupees, and that's about it. Even Ocarina of Time, that's all I would do is farm for rupees, buy the slingshot, and shoot stuff, and like do the barrel roll or whatever. That was like the extent of my time playing Zelda, basically. I know, it's a shame. I should have really dedicated more time and figured it out, but that's just, you know, my level of patience as a kid was just slim to none. I wanted fast-paced action. I wanted it now, okay? If it wasn't up in your face with lots of blood and violence, I didn't want it, dude, okay? Which might be another reason why the Super Nintendo wasn't entirely suited for me. I mean, yeah, I had Mortal Kombat and stuff, but nothing too paranormal or anything like that. Well, yeah, we got plenty of puddles to walk through. That's pretty cool. Going down in a dungeon. Absolute. And now we're filling our lives back up because we got plenty of thems, dude. Okay? I'm pretending I know where I'm going, just as if I actually did have this account for real. Alright, we're going to the watery Tetris symbol and then turn to static and then spawn into something else. And this is a Nintendo game, which means we have surpassed our rights. Okay, we're going to copy it somewhere else. No, actually not. I don't want that, and we're not paying for licenses or anything, so that ends our trip right here immediately.
Hey, I hope you all enjoyed that video, and if you did so, be sure to leave a like and a comment. Let me know exactly what you thought about it, okay? And don't forget to subscribe, you guys, all right? Love y'all. Peace.